Hey, my people, as it dey hot, it don't happen. No, all those videos when they trend concerning Peter Obi, this man don't come address everything concerning Labour Party. Because this man and Labour Party chieftain, he don't come address all those issues when they talk concerning Peter Obi. Say Peter Obi talk this, he talk that, he talk that, he talk this. When I watch this video, I say the man don't address everything. And please, after watching this video, please don't forget to share this video. And if you are new to my page, please follow my page.
Did you see the video we're talking about?
Let me quote Comrade Peter Obi just this afternoon when he was speaking. He said all of the presidential candidates, some of them are his senior brothers, and so much giving them so much respect as Nigerians leaders. He has never and will never derogate any individual, especially in the positions of leadership that already they have established good relationship. He has always been interested in issue-based politics and campaign. Not mudslinging, not backstabbing, not even mentioning people's name. So, but we are also aware that there are certain individuals who are trying to pin issues of religious and tribal sentiment on our candidate. And we have always tried to run away from it. And that is the reason why such information that you have already been seeing and probably they are touting already, because that is exactly where the target is. And we have made it very clear, Peter Obi will not engage in any personal attack on anybody. So I doubt that particular veracity of those particular statements that they are making reference to. And to say the fact, I think Nigerians have gone beyond these issues of personal attacks. And consistently, the oppositions are always trying to make a hay out of nothing because, quite honestly, our presidential candidates do not have time. His interest is the Nigerian people, and he's going to face the Nigerian people's issue. I am so sure that that video was not made even by him. I am 100% sure, because he's not that kind of a person in the first place. Neither is he even an ethnic religious person. He doesn't belong to any. His interest is the Nigerian project. So how could somebody who has always been promoting, remember at the NBA conference, this is somebody who well done and almost giving respect to his former principal. People were even castigating him because out of his respect for leadership, for people who are older than him. So how do you expect such a person to make such a video, knowing fully well that he respects his leaders? Look, Nigeria is in a very serious situation. We don't need all of these particular issues. Let's face the issue that concerns Nigeria. Let's talk about their unity. Let's talk about their issue of religious sentiment. Let's talk about their disunity. Let's talk about how to put food on their table. Let's talk about how to secure them. But because people have already lost so much ground, they've put this country into so much bad situation, they are always looking at something to pin on Peter Obi. And we are not interested in that, honestly. In fact, this sounds like a story to me, because ab initio, he has never been an ethnic candidate. He has never been a religious candidate. Every time you hear him speak, he speaks on the Nigerian project.
You probably have heard the criticism of his visitation to churches also.
Oh, of course. He is a Christian. Where do you expect him to go to? Obatala? No. You should be even grateful that he went to churches. You are not seeing him in shrines. There are people who cannot even come out and say this is where they belong. This is somebody who goes to God's place to worship God. This is where he went. He's a religious person. That's to show you how religiously inclined that he is. And anybody who believes in God should have been somebody that everybody should eulogize. But all of them who are going from one corner to another, you heard a lot of the shrine that most of them are going, but he's not going to shrine, he's going to church. For crying out loud. That is God worship. And everybody should be happy that we are having somebody who is actually so religious.
Now, let's go into the business of your retreat. What was the retreat about?
Oh, you know, for the last decades in this country, Nigerians have been under tremendous pressure of lack of insecurity, economic woes, individual and deceptions, lies. All of these have been weighing on Nigerian people. And I think this is the first time in decades where we need to come together. There's what we call the triangle of faith, where God has already joined us together. the campaign organization, the Labour Party, and all other support groups. Now, this is the best time for us to come together and look eyeball to ourselves and mobilize ourselves, tell ourselves the truth where we are wrong, where we are going forward, and that's the reason why we are having a retreat to discuss with each other how we are going to actualize the dreams of Nigeria, having a country that all of them will be proud of. And what happened today is one of the most historic things that can happen in the history of Nigeria, where you see the NLC leadership led by Comrade Ayuba Waba. You see the TUC leadership under the leadership of Festus Osifo. You saw Professor Pat Utomi, the leader of the National Consultative Front. You saw all the leader of the party itself, led by Comrade Barrister Aburi, coming together to talk about Nigeria and to talk about how do we get it out of the wood. The reason why is that we needed to come together and talk to ourselves, and that was exactly what happened today. And I think Nigerians should be happy that today a new dawn has been established in this country, that where everybody, especially those in the working class people, have agreed to work together. They have made it publicly. So anybody who is in doubt that Nigerians are not ready to take leadership in 2023, today has been confirmed that all of us are ready to work together to emancipate Nigeria.
And I hope that we'll be able to put some of the images of that retreat so that we can speak to them tonight with my guests. So you're confirming to us tonight that Mr. Peter Obi has the affirmation or the endorsement of the labor unions, the NLC and the TLC. Is it that of the leadership or of the entire labor movement?
Of course, what you saw today brought in the entire leadership and including the state leadership from both TUC and NLC, the Labour Party, including the candidates of the political party itself. Everybody that is who in this particular movement were in that particular hall.
What is the labor group, TLC, NLC, and the workers? What are they bringing to the table? Why is it, on what grounds, at what Congress, at what event did the labor body in Nigeria agree to make Peter Obi or Labour Party their party or their candidate?
Okay, don't forget they have what they call the political commission. Both the TUC and the NLC have political commission. There have been a meeting within those political commissions where an affirmative position is being made and discussions were made with all the chairmen of the political commissions that, look, we need to revamp and make our own party workable. And when it was agreed, the candidate of the party, of course, was Peter Obi. And at the end of it all, Peter Obi himself visited the Labour Congress Secretariat, he visited the TUC, and where they even gave him the document of the Charter of Demand and the other document of transformation agenda of the TUC. So these are preparatory ground for a synergy between the party itself, which is owned by the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC, including the principal himself. And so the grand finale of all of this particular ground swelling was what you saw today. So an agreement has been made, a confirmation has been made, and a pronouncement has been made. So anybody who is in doubt should now go and start rethinking. Yes, the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC and all other groups, including the National Consultative Front, and any other Nigerians who believe to rescue Nigeria, today it has been crystallized and confirmed that yes, the workers of Nigerian people are ready to take back their country for the benefit of their unborn children.